What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Grassroots Drumming. Jim here. I have a big background in percussion and piano, so today this is for you if you are a beginner. And by the way, you can play drums, start learning music at any age. That's what's awesome about music. Today's lesson, we're going to cover parts of the drumstick, drum height, most importantly, the appropriate way to hold the drumstick. And yes, there are a few different ways, but I'm going to show you the way that works well for me and for thousands of students I have taught. Yes, I am up there in age. We are going to also go into some basic exercises, which you can take advantage of. I will have a link if you want access to those PDFs. You're more than happy to check them out and play along with me. All right, first things first, snare drum. I'm going to do a lesson on snare drum tuning and snares to check, but for now, if you're sitting or standing, you want your height to be comfortable. You don't want it too high or too low. And how do you know? Well, have it right where you wear a belt. And when you're playing the drum, you're going to want to have an angle because we want full motion of the drum. It takes some time, just like playing an instrument. You're going to mess with height, but oftentimes I've had players, the snares too low, and so they're overextending, or too high and they start hitting the rim. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is parts of the drumstick. Parts of the drumstick, we got the tip, and then we have the shoulder, and the shaft, and then the butt, also known as the end. Tip, shoulder, shaft, butt. This stick, I'm using a Vic Firth 5A, and different body, hand, weight, size, age, different drumsticks, but a 5A is a popular one for beginners as well as 5B. 5B is a little thicker. So holding the drumstick, 4 steps. We are going to have thumb flat against the stick and the index finger first joint. So it's wrapped on like this. So I'm going to use this camera, and you're going to want to make sure that the thumb and the index finger are together, meaning not too far apart, like this, so they should be parallel. First joint, so then you have a little air pocket. That is the tricky part. So again, step 1, thumb flat. Step 2, index finger, first joint, wrapped around the stick. And then third step, we have fingers loosely wrapped around the stick. And then we have the back of the hand facing up. We're going to be learning what we call match grip. Match grip is exactly that. They are the same. So what we did with our right hand, we are now going to do with our left. If you take the time to go through those steps, you'll increase your improvement much faster. So we're going to play, if you can't read music yet, no problem. We're going to play just basic downbeats, and we're going to focus on what we call downstrokes, like this. And a lot of players will play too hard, and you just want, especially new players, you just want to let the stick fall, like that. And when you're letting it fall, you're going to try your best to keep the thumb flat and the index finger. So there's two types of people here. The real tense people that might play like this and hold it too much. You hear that? We don't want to choke the drum. And you don't want to play too loose where we lose the grip. I see that a lot, if you can see in the camera. Your goal is to have the stick go up, keep the thumb flat, and index finger, first joint. By the way, if you're liking this video, please hit the thumbs up button. I know that learning an instrument at first can be really tricky, but it's so important to get the technique down so you can improve faster and have an enjoyable time. What we're going to do now is practice the left, and if you are right-handed, yes, left hand will give you a bit of trouble. That's normal. Up, downstroke, like that. We're just going to go ahead and let the stick fall, and then you're going to catch it with your hands here. Okay, so play and then fall. Again, I'll have a PDF where we talk about the steps and some quick tips. And the exercise we're going to think of just like a walk, walk, running, running. For the readers out there, 2/4 time, quarter notes and eighth notes. I'll demonstrate first, just the right hand. Walk, walk, running. Walk, walk, running, running. You can also do the counting where it's 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. Let's try that with the left hand. Ready, go, and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. Now, if this is too tricky because you don't just get into playing right away, it's okay if you're a bit messy as long as you're able to refine your technique, meaning get the thumb and the index finger. That's the common problem I see at first, is we don't get that thumb flat and that index finger. And we want to make sure we're using our whole body. We're definitely not holding on too tight. I'll bring this up in a few lessons just to keep it going, because once you start holding on and you start playing harder stuff and you're really tight, that's when your muscles get fatigued and injuries can happen. We want to avoid that. All right, so I'm going to get the metronome here. We're going to do alternating strokes. And we're going to just start with the right, and alternating means just that, right, left, right, left. That's a big thing in drumming, the coordination. So we're doing what we call quarter note equals 88 beats. So it might be a little quick. So we're going to just play with the metronome, a little pulse here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and stop. One thing with beginners, what we got to do before counting it off is get your grip. I've been doing this for a long time, but get your grip set in. Thumb flat, index, thumb flat. Here we go. 1, 2, now we'll try just back and forth. It's okay if you speed up or slow down. Talking and playing, maybe you should practice that. I say it's okay because it takes a bit of time to get a sense of time. I had a drum teacher years ago. One of the things you can do is play to a song, find the beat and just play to it. You'll get more practice time in. You can hear my drum set in the background. Alternating. We're going to try the same thing, but now starting with the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. All right, extra credit if you keep the grip almost perfect. Nothing in life is perfect, but also if you have the stick height the same. By the way, another quick tip, if you're a right-hander, it would be normal to play like this. Teachers exaggerate. All right, so make sure the sound is even. All right, exercise kind of 3 because we did separate hands and then we did alternating. And now we're going to do alternating again, but with quarters and eighth notes. I'll demonstrate, not a big deal. And I'll go over the little theory stuff a teeny bit at a time so we don't go too crazy with boredom. 1, 2, I'll demonstrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 1. You can go ahead and slow down the video if you want. If you notice when I'm playing it, I'm counting out loud, and I'm also understanding that the right hand is lining up with the beat. Here I go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. All right. One more exercise, pretty simple, but now we're leading with the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. One, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. All right, so stop that. Let's take a look at a few things. We talked about the different parts of the drumstick, snare drum height, and then parts of, how to hold the drumstick, and then exercises. So break it down. You will improve if you practice in small increments, and if you go to the next practice session going, oh great, now my thumb is flat and the index finger is better. Or if you catch yourself dropping the stick significantly, that means you're too laid back and you're too relaxed, and you might not be holding it there and you're just letting the stick fall. All right, so leave a comment if I was clear or not clear, and definitely ask questions. My next video will go off of this video as far as other beginner exercises, and then we'll be advancing. All right, take care, subscribe, all that stuff. Bye for now.